Again, on behalf of the Nebraska Supreme Court and the Administrative Office of Courts and Probation, I do want to welcome you to Nebraska. I'm sure Amy Prenda gave you a lot of good information this morning when she kicked off the conference. But Omaha is the home of the College World Series. You can see it from here. It's also the home of the Henry Doorly Zoo. So if you have time, that's a great opportunity to go see that. It battles annually with San Diego Zoo as one of the best zoos in the nation. We're believing that it's number one each and every year. And then this is also the home of Warren Buffett. He still lives here and still calls this home. So those are good things that are happening in Nebraska, especially in Omaha. I would like to express our appreciation for the exceptional work and our deepest gratitude for your innovative contributions in serving not just the judges in your courts, but your court users and the public. Your leadership is paramount to ensuring public trust and confidence in the courts. Especially in today's day and age, public trust and confidence is extremely important. You represent the court in action. You are the first line of interaction with the court system. You are the ones who make courts accessible by reducing barriers. Our judges depend upon you to ensure the accuracy of the court record and the rules and processes consistently and with integrity are followed. You are impartial and professional. You treat all persons equally, avoiding favoritism and the appearance of bias. And you assist people who are often angry, scared, or confused, and you do so with the utmost dignity and respect. Well, I wish I had time to have each of you introduce yourselves and tell us how long you've been with the courts. I would ask for your indulgence in raising your hand and identifying, when I call your years of service, how long you've been involved with the courts. Those who have been with the courts 1 to 5 years, would you please raise your hand? 6 to 10 years. 11 to 15 years. 16 to 20 years. Over 20 years. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. I'll push it just a little further. How about 25 years? 30 years? 40 plus years? Why I asked that question is I wanted just to take a moment to reflect on the combined total number of years of experience and leadership we have at this conference. The judicial branch, as I often like to say, is the most stable branch of government. It insulates us from the influences of politics. It allows us to deliberately and thoroughly understand the issues that directly affect our court users' ability to access the courts. This includes understanding how upstream issues that have a broader societal, systemic, or political factors can impact the functioning and effectiveness of the courts. These issues are often outside the immediate control of the judiciary, but often directly impact how the courts operate, including the types of cases that we hear. And these upstream issues often influence the public's perception and trust in the courts. But the judicial branch also has the institutional knowledge. We have a collective understanding and the experience over time that gives us the expertise and the ability to develop the procedures and policies to best position our courts to serve our court users now and into the future. This conference is an opportunity to collectively talk about the work that you do, to not just learn from the presenters, but to use these presentations to engage in dialogue with one another. Find out what you are doing in your state, what challenges you may be having, and how to support each other when you are no longer together in this room. Spend this time here in Omaha celebrating and appreciating the work you are doing as visionary leaders in your courts and how to best build on your accomplishments. As visionary leaders, you are optimistic about the future and know what it takes to make our courts better. You are focused on the best in the people who work for the courts, optimizing their strengths to better serve the public. You see the big picture beyond the demands of your day-to-day work. You are ongoing learners, applying your knowledge for the purpose of bringing about positive change. And most importantly, you are collaborative, working together, co-creating, building on other strengths to accomplish our common goal. Again, on behalf of the Nebraska Supreme Court, I thank you for all of you being here. Thank you for your commitment to the courts across this country and our shared goal of making our courts more accessible and building on the public's trust and confidence in the work that we do. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Carrie Summers Nomura, and I am a member of the ECP, or Early Career Professionals Committee here at NACOM. And I am going to be presenting to you the recipients of our NACOM Cares fundraiser this year. Each year, NACOM chooses an organization in the city that we are hosting the conference in. And this year, we have chosen Carol's House of Hope. This is Carol and her husband, David, and they are fantastic folks that have really given back to the Omaha community with their organization. I'm going to give them a couple of minutes to talk a little bit about it, but I also just want to call your attention on your tables. You have cards that look something like this, and there's a QR code on the cards. The QR code is also on our website and on the app, so please pay attention to that, and this is a great opportunity for us to pay forward what we're all really feeling. And I think everyone is really excited to be here and to learn. And this is a great opportunity for us to give a little bit of a payback to the community. So it is my honor to introduce to you both Carol and David Kinlow that are going to talk a little bit about the organization they are passionate about.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Carrie. And thank you to NACM for choosing us. We've been doing this now for 11 years, and this is our passion. I don't do crowds. We're backstage workers, but we're going to do this today. As you see on the cards, we do transitional living for young mothers that have aged out of foster care. So I want you to kind of imagine you being 6, 7, 8 years old, taken away from your family, placed in another family. By the time you're 19 and you age out of foster care, you might have been through 20 different homes. So you haven't learned the basic life skills necessary to be successful, to be independent, and now you've also got a child. So those are the women that we serve. They don't have to have aged out, but that's our main focus, is those that have come out of foster care. They can stay up to 18 months, and yes, some have stayed 2 years. Some have stayed a little longer than that, but they're working a program that has classes, curfews, stability. It's clean. It's sustained in a way that we are trying to teach them what they're going to need when they leave us. And so they have groups that they have to attend, and their children are also cared for. We also have a therapist on staff, so they get the mental health necessary needs that they have for that. And we also do drug and alcohol counseling. So it's pretty busy. If you come in around 5, 6 o'clock, everybody's coming home. They are required to work or go to school. And their children have daycare outside of our building. So that's pretty much us in a nutshell. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Carrie and Carol. I hope everybody finds an opportunity to donate. At this time, I would like to ask Deanna Thompson, Chair of IGES Institute's Committee for Court, to make a special presentation.
Thank you for having us. First of all, I'd like to thank you guys for all being here today. And second of all, this is a great award. This is an award that is a consolidation and a collaboration of NACM, NCSC, JTC, CTOC, and IGES. So there were committee members from each of those committees who got together to select the winner of today's award. But in the meantime, there were a couple of honorees that we also thought were great innovation awards that we also want to mention as well. But before I mention any of them, I want to kind of say one of the things that is really amazing about these awards is that this takes people who have innovative thinking that really talk to their vendors, or they had really amazing ideas and thought, you know what, we can make a difference. And they really took the time to put their thoughts, their innovative thinking together and made it happen. So with the first one I want to talk about is New Mexico Administrative Office of the Courts, honorable mention number 1. Their solution is with eCourt Date, sends reminder notifications for courts appearances and automatically translates them into multiple languages, including Spanish and Navajo. eCourt Date is a cloud-hosted solution which integrates with court case management systems. From what I also know is that eCourt also translates into multiple languages. NACM attendees from today, please stand up if you're here, is Gilbert Jaramillo, who is the Senior Statewide Pretrial Program Manager, Marshall Dixon, Statewide Pretrial Program Manager, and Greg Shugart, Director of Government Affairs at eCourt Date. I also encourage all of you to speak with them and find out how they started the program, what they're doing, lessons learned, and really what they're doing to make it a success in their court. The next honorable mention is the Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles. And Los Angeles does everything. Solution is CourtStack Virtual CMS 1.0. Works with a court case management system to enable the CMS to more seamlessly integrate with its other judicial-related applications, enabling adoption of innovative technologies and selection of applications based on primarily on operational need. The NACM attendees are David Slayton, Executive Officer, Clerk of the Court, and Mike Belil, the Chief Information Officer. And again, I encourage all of you to meet with them, talk to them about their solution so that they can tell you exactly what's happening there and tell you everything that's, their lessons learned as well. And the winner of the esteemed award, and it's the 2025 IGES Court Integration Excellence Award, goes to Hammond City Court. The solution is the Fair Pay app. It promotes fairness when administering courts fines by assisting judges and other court staff with determining an individual's ability to pay court fines based on their specific financial circumstances. The Fair Pay app is hosted in the cloud and features a customizable algorithm. NACM attendees are Tony Licardi, PhD, Court Administrator, come on up, Bart, and Judge Britton Sledge, I'd like to present this to both of you. Thank you for all your work and innovative ideas. And last but not least, I also wanted to introduce or let everybody know that IGES, if those who do not know about IGES, is the Integrated Justice information system. We also have launched the new provider directory. So who has not launched it yet or has not got onto our website, this is a great opportunity for you to get onto the directory. Go ahead and check it out, see if you like it. If you don't like it, let us know. If you love it, let us know. Enter your information. You can get a lot of information about the providers that are part of IGES. And for those vendors who have not got onto the provider directory, this is a great opportunity to do so. And thank you.
All right, we do still have business to conduct. It is our National Association for Court Management business meeting. It's our annual business meeting. And we would like all of you to stay put because there are opportunities to win NACM swag. Yes, so stay seated. We're going to run through all of the interesting things that NACM is doing and how you can participate. But first, I need to make sure that I'm going to call to order the meeting and ask Mr. President, Secretary Treasurer Roger Rand, do we have a quorum?
Yes, Madam President, we have a quorum.
Okay, we're going to proceed with the Secretary Treasurer's report.
Thank you, Madam President. So first of all, the main report is that we are in sound financial condition. A lot of you may have concerns about funding, and a lot of you have faced funding shortages or funding, the lack of funding or the withdrawal of funds this year. NACM has luckily not been in that situation, so all of our SGI funding has been granted and refunded as we've requested it. The best news, I think there's another slide coming up for the Treasurer's report, shows that our assets, our total assets from last year to this year have increased substantially. So again, showing that we're in good standing. Next year, I'll be making a recommendation to the incoming Secretary Treasurer to actually transfer funds from our operating account into our investment fund. And so that's a great thing for you as members. If we do run into a situation where we may have a funding shortfall, we can dip into that funding and do that. We haven't done that since the pandemic, and hopefully we don't have to do that again. But we do have that rainy day fund in case we need to dip into it. And the next thing I want to tell you about is just a little bit more about the Secretary-Treasurer role and its responsibilities. The Secretary-Treasurer for NACOM is, they go to Williamsburg. We meet with the wonderful Aaron Carr, our association manager, thank you, Aaron, who trains the Secretary-Treasurer about finances with the association. We learn about what the income is, what the expenses are, and how the SGI funding grant works. And with her great tutelage, I was able to learn a lot this year. We were also able to come up with additional ways to save money by taking some of the money in our checking account that wasn't being used between conferences, transferring that into a liquid brokerage account, and actually earning interest, a higher level of interest on that money at no expense. So, what a great thing, right? We make a little money. That helps pay for some of the rising costs of AV that we have from year to year. And unfortunately, those costs continue to rise, but we're trying to do our best to keep your membership costs down. So just wanted to pass that along. The other thing that the Secretary-Treasurer is responsible for is to pick the conference location for a future conference. So my selection will be the 2027 conference locations. I'm working with Valerie Gardner, who is also from NCSC, who many of you may have met, and she's wonderful. And she is helping me do site visits to try to select those locations. I can say that NACOM and its officers and its board have been listening to your responses after each session, and I am firmly committed to taking the winter conference to the south and the summer conference to the north. So that is it, Madam President, and again, we are in sound financial condition.
All right, before we get to the next, I want to just mention that we're going to be hearing from all of our committees, and these committees is really where the magic happens for the organization. And it wouldn't happen without all of the individuals that volunteer their time, as well as the committee chairs. And so there's going to be QR codes around. If you're interested in joining committee, checking them out and learning more about them, please sign up for a committee and your name will be entered into yet another drawing. So stay tuned for that as well. Okay, so let's have Greg Lambard with the Corps come up.
All right, we had a very busy year. We reviewed 2 of our curricula. We had 13 in total. We finished the review of the budget and fiscal management curricula. We're going to end up having an online webinar which will give Corps credit for that this coming fall. We're working on a review of the case flow and workflow curricula, but we gave them a little bit extra time because they ended up adding a lot more content, which is fantastic. We've created an introductory video that's up on the website for folks who are just starting to figure out what we're doing with the Corps program. We had a work group go through all the library of past Corps videos to make sure that they're up to date, and the vast majority were fine, which is great. And we're also kind of identified a few gaps in our video library that we're going to be trying to fill with some of the sessions here and going forward. We've been very busy with regional trainings. A lot of this has been supported by the SJI grant. So we've been to Wyoming, Washington, Nevada, Pennsylvania, Mississippi, Missouri, Vermont, Georgia. We're going to be going back to Georgia. And this fall, we're going to be going to New Mexico and Oregon. It's almost like I've Been Everywhere Man song, right? So it's been very successful, though, and we're having a lot of fun and meeting a lot of great people. These are the folks who have ran those particular work groups. Roger Rand from Oregon, Charles Mapp from Nevada, Janet Cornell from Arizona, Peter Kiefer, Arizona and New York, because he's splitting his time, Brandon Kimura from Hawaii. It's really been just a fantastic group to work with. We've had quite a few champions. On Thursday, we're going to be presenting core champion awards to those people who completed the program in the last year. But these are just some statistics. Those approved SRTs, that's structured response tests that people take after they take a core program. And you can see we've had a total of 32 champions. I think it may actually be up to 33 now, and 291 total participants so far. And every year, committees get the give committee awards to people who've really gone beyond and above and beyond. These two folks are not here today, but I want everybody to recognize Rachel Downey from Oregon and Lisa Burke from New Jersey for their work on the committee. And that's it for the core. Thank you very much.
Okay, we're on to communications. Communications Committee is a very vibrant and active committee. We are in charge of the publications, which it may be your journal, your court manager, your newsletter, the Court Express, the various guides that you can find in the NACM store, the website, social media, webinars, podcast, you name it. We cover it all. So I wanted to give you a little highlight of what we did in the past year. So in the past year, we held 6 webinars. We have another one coming up, August 7th. We hope you join us. We updated the AI guide. Another update's coming out at the end of this month. Look for that. It's a live guide. We conducted 12 podcasts. We issued 4 journals for the court manager. We issued 4 Court Express newsletters. We posted 545 social media posts. We have over 2,000 followers. We updated the website with the committee pages and also the links and the scheduling that you can now find. We fixed all the broken links on the website. We added a document repository, and we're starting on the next process to update the home pages. All of this could not be possible with our incredible committee. We have a very large committee of dedicated individuals, but we are always looking for more people. So please consider joining the Communications Committee. Don't be intimidated. We're happy to help you. Step out of your comfort zone. Write an article for court manager. Consider presenting. Consider doing a webinar, or just giving us a topic, because this is your organization, so we need to know what you want to know and what can be helpful to you. So I wanted to now recognize a few people from the Communications Committee that did some outstanding work in the past few years. First is Peter Kiefer, who, as you know, leads our podcast. Next, I'd like to recognize Jeffrey Sunakawa, who did an amazing job as our website chair. He will be stepping down, and we have a new chair. That is going to be Angie Van Schweik, and we're very excited. But Jeffrey's dedication would not have made any of this possible, so we greatly appreciate him. And then Natalie Williams, who's not able to be with us today. Natalie did the social media committee and pulled it all together. She made sure all those 545 posts go out, and there are numerous requests every day for these posts. So we appreciate Natalie, and we'll be sure to send her the award. And our new social media chair is Sarah Miles, who, if you haven't seen, she's all around taking pictures everywhere you go. I know she will be the first to tell you, please post in the app, please let her know, and follow us all on social media. Thank you.
Hello again. Kelly Hutton, President-elect. I chair the Conference Development Committee. Greg Lambard, who was already up here, is our co-chair. We are responsible for all of this. So if this is something that interests you, you want to talk about planning content, talking to Roger and Greg as they're working through their themes over the next 2 years, social events, we also get to plan those, and then other things that are going on at the conference. So we do all of the things. I like to be brief. So I am going to present our awards to Pam Kilpella, and Pam, I'm real sorry, I should have asked you how to pronounce your last name for sure, Cheryl Stone, and then Jennifer Finzen. They spent a lot of time working on our 40th year anniversary material, all of the content you have in the hallway, all of that. So we will thank them at the end. That's all I have. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Whitney Blyton with the Membership Committee. Waiting for my slide to change. We are responsible for your fireside chats, your new member calls, your limited jurisdiction roundtables, your tribal court roundtables, and your federal court roundtables. We are also home to our ECPers who had a great turnout yesterday. Let's give them a round of applause and welcoming. That was the most I've seen in an ECP welcoming in a long time. We are also responsible for all your swag, and thanks to Nebraska, we are up to over 1,900 members, so thank you, Nebraska. Always welcoming new members or NACM members to join our membership committee so we can have more ideas on how to get more members to NACM. Thank you.
Oh, Whitney.
I also have awards. Erica Schmidt, our ECP committee member, Courtney Jackson for our limited jurisdiction roundtable chair, and Cheryl Stone, our tribal courts roundtable chair. And we'll get photos and recognize them after. Thank you.
Okay, wow. I was not expecting Timu Nicole to be on the screen, but good afternoon, everyone. My name's Nicole Garcia. I'm from the great state of Arizona, Superior Court in Maricopa County, and I am the chair of the Governance Committee. The Governance Committee is responsible for the articles of organization for our great organization, and we do a lot of writing, written product, our membership bylaws, our everything that is responsible for the rules and procedures of this great organization. So we've been really busy this year. We have done amendments to our operations and procedures manual, and you can see the different things that we have edited this year. We've also issued 2 original resolutions, one in support of encouraging courts to use the term court-appointed neutral rather than special master. We also issued a resolution honoring and recognizing the career of Mary McQueen, the President Emerita of the National Center for State Courts. We implemented our new mission and vision statements in our bylaws, and we had 2 big projects and publications this year. One is the Documents Review Work Group that was undertaken by Craig Washburn from Arizona. And then perhaps the thing that I'm most proud of is that we had a court employee appreciation toolkit that was published this year, right before Public Servant Appreciation Week. And there were a few courts and individuals in our organization that used the Court Employee Appreciation Toolkit to recognize their employees. So I would encourage those of you out in the audience, please take a look at this packet. It's on our publications page. It's also on our resources page. And if you do use it in your court next year to recognize and honor your employees, send pictures to us so we can post that as well. We also had the Voice of the Profession survey, and the email came out for that last Thursday. If you haven't already done that survey, please, please, please take it. It's a very quick survey, and it helps the organization, it helps NACM determine what we are going to advocate for and work on moving forward. So please give us your thoughts and opinions on what we should be focusing on. And the Governance Committee is also responsible for doing the State of the Profession speech that our president will give on Thursday. If you spend any amount of time in any governance meetings with me, you'll hear me say 2 things. One is that many hands make light work, and the other is that NACM is for everyone. And what I mean by that is that there is a way for you to serve and contribute no matter your personality or your skill type.
Governance is a great place if you prefer to be behind the scenes or if you have skills for editing, writing, publishing, things like that. So please don't feel like you have to be out and about to join a committee. We would love to have you if you like to write, to edit, to think about things and help us decide how we're going to move forward. So if those things are of interest to you, please reach out and we'd love to have you. Our ethics subcommittee this year also worked on revising Canon 5 of the Code of Conduct, and we also regularly record discussions for our Question of Ethics podcast. And finally, I would like to share the awards for the Governance Committee. The first is to Kelsey Legat from the Los Angeles Superior Court, who was instrumental in putting together the Court Employee Appreciation Toolkit. Craig Washburn, who has started us on the path to a document review timeline and standards, and Pete Kiefer, who has done a lot of work on the Ethics Committee. So thank you, everyone.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Creedell Webb. I am the Chief Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Officer for the 1st Judicial District of Pennsylvania, otherwise known as the Philadelphia Courts. I chair our Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee, and I see many of our members in this room today. So thank you for being here. Also, thank everyone for being here. I really love NACM, and I enjoy our conferences. It's a chance to see everybody in person, although we do get to see each other all throughout the year on those committee calls. So the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee is all about professional development. How can we understand different cultures, heritage, but we also look into other topics such as bias and artificial intelligence. We look at the link between diversity, equity, and inclusion and human resources, as well as the link between DEI and HR. This is a this field this year has been very tough to navigate for some. So many courts have reached out to our Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee for advice or figuring out what diversity, equity, and inclusion means, what that could look like for their courthouses, and we've been happy to help with that. We also collaborate with the other committee members. So you've heard from communications, governance, the different committees. We make sure to write, for example, articles for the court manager, or we may do a presentation or a webinar. I would advise you, if you have not come to any of the committee meetings, to just join. And you don't have to do anything up front. You can come in, observe. You can even read our old agendas and meeting minutes to see what it is that we have to offer. And I think that you'll like what we do. And you'll find that when you collaborate with folks around the year, when you come to the annual conferences, it'll be a great opportunity to see those faces in person and collaborate, because that's what this is all about, collaboration and professional development. The board said I would be very long, so I'm going to be short. And so next we have our awards. And like I said, I'd like to recognize all the people that I see from my Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee, but the specific people that we're giving out awards to are just some of the folks that have done a little bit extra on the committee, have come to a lot of the committee calls, have reached out or even done presentations, and so we want to recognize those. The first is going to be Jackie Adewole, and she is my vice chair. She isn't able to join us today, but she has helped tremendously on our agendas, supporting our members, and we definitely would like to honor her. Secondly is going to be Tess Kalucharan. She provides a lot of insight on the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee, and we have talked and had a number of conversations around DEI and advancing these initiatives within the courthouse. And last but not least, John Lang, who will also be presenting at this conference, comes to our Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee meeting. So I want to thank you all, and everyone continue to enjoy the conference.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little winded just hearing what all the committees are doing. It's a lot of work. My name is Rick Pierce. I'm the immediate past president, better known as a has-been. We are asking for your help again to continue our great work in the committees this year. So as our President Tina stated at the outset of this meeting, that if you can sign up to join a committee today, there's a great incentive, especially if you use the QR code. It's not up on the screen, but you've seen it before. You'll be entered into a drawing from some really cool NACM swag. We'll be holding this drawing on Thursday. When we conclude this business meeting. I must tell you, though, that serving on a committee has been one of the most rewarding experiences that I've had during my career here at NACM, and it's how most of us on this board actually get our start. And I must also tell you that in addition to serving on the committee, that one of the most rewarding experiences has also been working with this outstanding group of core professionals that comprise our NACM board. Now it's my privilege, now I lost the remote, okay, there we go, to give the nominating committee report for the upcoming year. And it was an outstanding nominating committee, and I want to thank them for their hard work and dedication, particularly yesterday, which is a very intense day of interviews. Per NACM's bylaws and Robert's rules, the president, our President Tina Madison, will automatically become the immediate past president, and the president-elect, Kelly Hutton, will become Madam President. So therefore, Madam President, the nominations committee submits the following names to all of you for nominations for their specific offices. For the office of President-elect, Mr. Greg Lambard from the state of New Jersey. For Vice President, Mr. Roger Rand from the state of Oregon. Greg and Roger, will you please stand? Thank you. Thank you. For the office of Secretary-Treasurer, the nominations committee has left vacant at this time. For the 3 director positions, for the office of Director, Stacy Fields from the state of Missouri. I know she's here somewhere. It's a little tough to see up here, okay. Also, there she is, there's Stacy, there we go. From the state of Florida, Tishri Kalicharan. There she is back there. And joining us virtually from the state of Maryland, Ms. Erica Payne Santiago. Madam President, that concludes the nominating committee report.
I'm going to thank Rick and thank the nomination committee. At this time, are there any further nominations from the floor? Who is that? So, thank you. So I have a motion and a second for Don Palermo for Secretary Treasurer. Are there any other oh, Don, do you accept this nomination? Thank you. Are there any further nominations from the floor? Going once? All right, if not, nominations are now closed. And again, Robert's rules provide if there's only one person nominated for each position, the president is to declare the nominees elected by acclamation. So we will be finalizing the new board on Thursday at the conclusion of our business meeting, which will start on Thursday morning at 8:30. But y'all are just really sitting here waiting for the swag, right? That's why you're all here. Let's see who's in the room. I promised if you have to be in the room to win. Cynthia Engram, is you present? Come on, they're like Hoop and Waller if she's here, because I can't see, it's too bright out there. All right, next in line, Emily Benke. Woo! Come on down. I forgot to make it ooh, ah, this is what she wins. tote bag. All right, Jean Decker, are you present? Going once, going twice. Is she here? Jean? Jean? Repeat the name, Jean Dexter. Okay, now we got it. All right. You guys are all so excited. Marcy Godin? Boop, whoop. All right. All right, last but not least, Christopher Hansard. Hansard. Christopher, are you here? That's awesome. All right, I think that's it for now. We have, again, sign up for a committee to win swag, and then we have some more swag to give away throughout the week. Don't forget, breakfast is on your own tomorrow, and if you're joining the fun run, thank you. That won't be me. 5:45 a.m. And if you were acknowledged as part of the committee chair, please come up. We have some certificates and pins for you, and we'll take your photo. Our next sessions start 2. And don't forget the NACM game. I see some early contenders right out there, out in front. So NACM game, we have some very cool prizes for those. So thank you so much. We appreciate you.